What all? How are you today? All well and good, I hope. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you how to make your tripod just that little bit more comfortable to carry. And specifically, I'm talking about two things here. First of all, the legs. When the temperature drops, they can get cold, they can make your hands cold, you're going to insulate them. The second thing is your shoulder, especially if you're carrying a heavier camera setup. Once it's on your shoulder, you can dig in, the weight can bear down, it can be a little bit uncomfortable. So we're going to attend to that as well. So, apart from the tripod itself, this is what you're going to need. First of all, a length of standard pipe insulation foam. Just make sure that the diameter here is the correct diameter to match your tripod legs. You want to make sure that it joins round all the way. The second thing you're going to need is some form of wrapping tape to go around them. Now, I use athletic tape. This of course is forest green. You could use camouflage tape if you like, or any sort of colour, whatever floats your boat. I also like to seal the edges there. I'm going to use either some electrical tape or, in fact my preference is usually this stuff. This is sniper tape. This is a fabric cloth tape. That'll do the same job, but duct tape, anything like that is absolutely fine. The other thing, finally, is just, of course, a way to cut and trim these things. I've got a tiny Leatherman here. You could use a Stanley knife, a pair of scissors, whatever is comfortable for you. So with that said, here's how it's done. First things first, we're going to trim the tube here. I've already marked off where I need to cut, so I get 3 equal lengths. There's a tiny bit of an offcut with this particular length here, but that's the first thing. The next thing, you want to find this score mark that's along here and just trim that so it opens up the whole of the length like that. We'll do that with each of them. Now I've trimmed these so that there's a bit of a gap here, top and bottom. There's a reason for that. We're going to shave off a bit top and bottom so that the ends are tapered, and then we're going to wrap the tape round so it gives a nice seal onto the leg. Next, we're going to taper these edges using the knife. It may not be pretty, but actually once it's done you won't notice it. It's going to be absolutely fine. So here we go. So with all of the foam cuts, if you were to put it straight on there now, you would see that this slips around, and we don't want that. So first things first, we're going to take a bit of the tape here. It's all self-clinging, and what we'll do is we're going to put a few pieces along here that's going to grip onto this, and it's going to stop it spinning round. So next step, we take the foam, and we want to make sure that the open section here is on the inside, like that. So it's all nice and smooth on the outside, and you can see that that's got a bit more grip to it now. What we're going to do is we're going to wrap, but this is the important thing, always wrap from the bottom of the tripod leg upwards. This way, the shingling effect of it means that when any water or rain comes down, it's going to go down this way and it's not going to get in amongst the folds. It also means that when you're holding it, you're not likely to catch it with your hands and start to sort of make it fray or pull it out the way. So do this for each of the legs. So that's the legs all wrapped then, nice and tidy. The last thing, of course, is just to seal this end and this end with some of this tape. I'm actually going to cut it in half here because it doesn't need to be quite as wide, but I'm going to do that with each of the legs and then it's done. So there you go, the finished article. Not looking for style points, it's a purely functional DIY mod for your tripod, but we have achieved the thing we're setting out to do. We've insulated the legs, we have the cushioning on the shoulder, good to go.